Hello and welcome back to the Monsters of Monster Hunter Double Cross, where today we are dipping into our first deviant, Deadeye Garuga. So it's right down here, and we are doing it in the highest rank I can do it, which is G5. It looks like there is gonna be, well, it's not a bug. That's definitely a Silver Wind Nargacuga. And we're going to have to fight it, sandwiched between two Deadeyes. I don't know whether or not this quest will end in success. And honestly, I don't care whether or not it ends in success. I just want to do it. I'll be doing all the deviants I can at G5. I do know there is the super deviants one stage after G5, but I feel like G5... Well, I know that G5 is where they're going to have all of their abilities. So, yeah. Unfortunately, this is in the Sanctuary, so traps can't be used. Yeah, basically, they won't get any new abilities after this. So showing them off in G5 guarantees that they'll be able to use everything at their disposal as we fight them. And I'm just getting a little bit over-prepared here because this quest can probably get pretty nasty. I've never done it before. And sure, I'll bring the cooked fish as well. And I actually soloed all the Deadeyes leading up to this one, so got that going for me. Do I want to take anything else? Is there? Yes, I want to take Dash Juice. Specifically Mega Dash Juice, though I could do regular Dash Juice. I've got more of those. But Mega Dash Juice will do for now. So, here we go to fight a probably quite nasty Deadeye. And then a probably quite nasty Silverwind, and then an actually nastier than the first Deadeye. Because the second Deadeye Garuga in this quest has about 60% more health and about 10% more damage output. So, yeah, that will be a little less than pleasant. Here's hoping we get to it. This is actually a pretty small Deadeye. Deadeyes are already smaller than regular Garugas, but this one seems particularly so. Okay, getting the deadly poison right off the bat is not good for me. And my cat is not trying to help me because it actually doesn't have any meter to help me with. I should have used a cooked fish there. That's what I should have done. Yeah, our first order of business, get a ride and break the tail. Because if you break the tail, it can't do deadly poison anymore. And then once the tail's broken, we gotta try and cut it. Ow. Okay, I'm pretty dead unless a cat saves me. Yup. I don't like deadly poison. I also don't like that I was getting hit from, like, way behind there. I know it's doing a whole flip with the tail, but it also felt like I wasn't directly in the line the tail was going for. Either way, not a great start, but that's okay. We haven't carded 3 times yet. Time to get back in there. Show that Garuga who's boss. As soon as we get one mount on this guy, we'll be able to make it much less dangerous. Simply by getting rid of the deadly poison. Noxious poison is way easier to deal with, and then if we cut the tail, it can't even do noxious. So that's our goal right now. Just focus everything on the tail. It's kind of weird fighting in this place without it being all virus darkened. I mean, this is definitely not the only quest where that happens. It's just almost every time you're here for a Shigaru, which means the place is virus darkened. And we got the tail broken, so no more deadly poison for us. That's exactly according to plan. And he's going to show us how fast he is. It actually causes high wind if that blows by you. So even if it doesn't actually contact you, it can still interfere with you. Though he falls over at the end of it every time, so unless there's another monster in the area, it's not like it's super dangerous to get affected by the wind. So that right there is one of his most dangerous attacks. As you get later into G rank, it sends off more rocks in all directions. So now it sends off 5 little rocks in a lot of directions. Also, ow. Thank you, cat. I actually don't mind that it didn't give me the detox horn there, because that move actually doesn't poison you for very long, as you can see. It's just, if you've got deadly poison on you, it doesn't matter if you're not poisoned for long, it's still doing quite a bit of damage. So why did you fire the first one like at the ground and then the others further out? Garuga, was that just to give me a false sense of security? Seriously, the sparkly disappeared right as I walked over it? Yeah, it must have been just to give me a false sense of security. But that's fine. He's an angry little bird. I feel like whoa, that was close. I feel like the only reason they put Silverwind in this quest is because, hey, look, it's another deviant whose eyes glow when it's angry. Like, they for the G5 quests, a lot of deviants are given other deviants as partners for the quest. And yeah, for this guy, it's Silverwind Nargacuga. For the Malfestio, it's this guy. And I feel like that was just, because it's a bird wyvern. Also, gotta put those birds together. There's the tail. Though that doesn't hold true for all of the deviants. Like, Lagombi doesn't get a deviant as a partner, it gets Savage Deviljay. And I don't really know the logic behind giving specifically Lagombi Savage Joe, but it's a thing they did. Oh, someone's tired. The problem I have with them having given us the Silverwind Nargacuga in this quest, we get to hear the deviant theme the whole time. I saw those flags flapping in the background, and for a moment I was like, oh no, something's moving over there. Is the Nargacuga already here? I was getting scared. But turned out I had nothing to be afraid of. Because yeah, in some of the quests that do have multiple deviants, like, they'll never have all of the deviants, or at least it'll never have multiple deviants spawn at the same time. But sometimes it can have multiple deviants around at the same time if you don't kill the first one fast enough. I'm actually most worried about the Nargacuga in this quest. Like, when I'm not getting completely bodied in the beginning there, I actually have a decent time with Deadeye. I feel like it's one of the easier deviants. The Nargacuga isn't that difficult relative to some other deviants. Its main thing is just, it causes so many bleeds. Also, this guy being so small can result in problems when trying to bounce off him for damage. Oh, hey. Now we've got a problem. Ow. Now we've got a big problem. A big spiky problem. That goes through the rock? Narga. Yeah, I'm calling it right now. Don't think this is going to end in success. There was a time when I thought it might. That time is well over. Seriously, right as I was talking about how extra deviants could spawn in if you didn't kill the first one fast enough, we get this. I don't know why I'm hiding behind the rock. I know already that... Or you can just launch spikes over the rock. That's fine, too. There's no safe spot. Yep, Nargacuga definitely going to be the problem in this quest. I can handle a Deadeye, but a Deadeye and a Silverwind at the same time, that's a little more questionable. Also, I haven't had too much practice on... Haven't had too much practice on G-Rank Silverwind, considering I've only done it in G1. Or rather, I've only done its G1 version. I'm gonna die here. Please don't. Please? Oh, sure. That's fine. Told you I was gonna die there. Admittedly, the G4 Deadeye probably would have been the best one for showing it off. Because that one is just a Deadeye. But it's got the negative of if you cart once, it's quest over. So I would have had to be doing well. Or was it the G4 for Deadeye? Maybe it was the G3. Either way, all the deviants have one tier where it's just them, but if you cart, it's quest over. Deadeye, could you do me a favor and just die? I want to kill at least one of you two before this quest ends. Ow. Narga, it's not your turn. It's not your turn, please. Leave me be. The fact that the spikes... there it is. The fact that the spikes don't choose a target until they reach the peak of their arc is kind of dumb. Like, you should be able to dodge as soon as they're launched out and be safe. But what even are physics? Or is the Nargacuga just so smart it can read where you're going to dodge? It's really a what are physics thing, because they can completely deviate from their initial trajectory after they reach the peak. But yeah, we got to see a good amount of Deadeye Garuga there, and I'm not going back for seconds. So join us next time when we take on a Malfestio. See you then, friends.